How's it going, everyone? Liam Catterson here, and we're on episode number 6 of Attack on Titan, with The World the Girl Saw, The Struggle for Trost, Part 2. Last episode was pretty explosive, something that I did not anticipate whatsoever, especially Eren getting killed off, it seems. And even if he, somehow manages to cut out of the Titan's, stomach, I don't know, all Zorro-like, he's gonna be a bit on the back foot with the fact that his leg and arm has just been chewed off, so yeah, unless he can magically somehow grow them back, then yeah, he is donezoed. But it's like people were saying, it's the Game of Thrones of anime, but then again, death is not always the end, but this raised the stakes. This amplified the danger as the Titans attacked, with the Colossus Titan paving the way for the others to get through, and yeah, everyone having to evacuate. We saw some of the new people for the scouts getting consumed as well, like Thomas, for example, and Armin nearly bit the dust, but was saved with that sacrifice from Eren. So yeah, with that said, let's get into episode number 6 of Attack on Titan. Let's go. Yeah, that would be the saliva, wouldn't it? Now it's all coming rushing back for armor. Oh.
複数の巨人に遭遇したのは気の毒だが、劣等生のこいつだけ助かるとは。
Oh, come on! That is a bit harsh. Come on, Connie!
やめて二人とも。この世界は地獄だ。
Oh.
強い者が弱い者を食らう。親切なくらい分かりやすい世界。
It's survival of the fittest in this world.
友達はこの世界で強くあろうとした存在なんだ。僕も二人のように強く、二人と肩を並べて。
Well, hopefully you will survive all of this, and you can still be brave. Oh. Your heart just breaks for Armin. She's got the right idea, but I think France is gone. Damn, this is heartbreaking. Like, you see the comedic couple and now this happens. It's... yeah, I was gonna say, it's like a square object. You're trying to cram it through. Flunky. Oh. He's not gonna try anything. Oh, here we go. What the hell? Holy shit! He just came out like nowhere. It's not going in, you stupid twat. Oh my god. Come on, go for it. Go for it. Kill one Titan. Go on. Oh, it's gonna crush these guys. Oh no. Thank goodness for Mikasa. Holy crap, we got one. Oh, don't get full of you. Look at this. Don't get a... This guy's an absolute idiot. Uh-oh. I want to slap the shit out of him. Oh, shit. Mikasa, I love you. Thank you! Maybe he just wants to distance himself. Nah. I'm sure it will work out between Mikasa and... What the sh...
ごめんください。どうしたの？
What?
そうか。父さんは憲兵団を呼んで捜索を要請する。
Yeah.
元で待ってるんだ。わかったか?
Oh sh... Is this his first time seeing this kind of violence? Because he's only, like, young. But holy crap!
にも種類があってな。そいつはその昔、東洋ってところから壁の中に逃げてきた一族最後の末裔だ。
The Orient.
そいつを都の地下街で変態の旦那方相手に競りにかける。他の東洋人は絶滅したからな。
Oh man.
お父さん。いい加減にしろ。
Oh Mikasa. Oh my god. This is horrifying.
おい、お前はおとなしくしてろよ。
Piss off. Die.
こうだ。
This show doesn't have any limits, does it? Punching children, selling them off.
寒い。子供が一人で森を歩いちゃう。森には怖い。
He's playing along.
でももう心配いらないよ。おじさんたちと一緒に行けば。ありがとうおじさん。
Oh, Eren, we miss you.
分かったからさ。死んじゃえよクソ野郎。
They did, to be fair. This is like his first taste for blood, isn't it, though? But that is just depraved, like what they were doing. I know which option I would choose. Bless her, she's just scared.
その瞬間、体の震えが止まった。
And
その
now
時から、私は自分を完璧に支配できた。
the world has changed for
何でも
her.
できると思った。戦え。
Okay, not anything though, but... Ready! Please tell me she drove it in his eye. Into the brain. Whew, of that.
心臓一突きだ。
これをもしそうだとしてもだ。お前は運が良かっただけだエレン。私は
I mean, I know the law's the law, but
咎めているんだ。でも
he wanted to help.
助けてやりたかった。
Good-hearted.
ミカサ、覚えているかい？
Oh? Oh man, that
やるよ。
was his. Oh.
あったかいだろ。
Beautiful act there.
俺たちの家に。
Our home. I'm dead.
帰る。
Oh.
私にはこの世界に帰る場所がある。エレン、あなたがいれば、私は何でもできる。
Oh, my heart. I'm done. I'm done. I'm done. It's pretty sad and it's pretty heartbreaking. Like, not just to realize that Eren's no longer with us and he, and the heartache that would be going through Mikasa, considering that, Eren did practically save her, from the get-go, because a worse fate could have happened. She could have, there was like the sex trafficking thing that was going on, but and she could have got entangled with that, but also she has stated that, because there's going to be that guilt, isn't there? Because she stated that wherever you go, I will go, be your protector, and it has more layers because of this story, because of this second half, to why she's so adamant to stick by his side, and it crushes your heart, knowing that Eren is no longer there, and yeah, but Mikasa, holy crap, girl is just rising to. I think she's my currently favorite character. I know some people have been. Well, I don't know if some people. Well, some people will have heard me say, "Oh, Sasha's my favorite," but we don't get too much of Sasha. Then again, in Westworld, Armistice is my favorite, and she doesn't get like as much attention to as compared to Dolores or the Man in Black, etc. Although she should. But no, I think with what Mikasa did, not just to that Titan, but to that president as well, and how tragic her backstory is, and how much we can sympathize with her. I think it's for sure that she is my favorite as of this moment. So yeah, that was phenomenal stuff. I really enjoyed going into that backstory with Mikasa and how this episode did develop on her. It was just a really great episode to focus on what happened after Eren, with Armin like having a lot of regret on his mind, and yeah, it was just a fantastically well done episode where once again this show just doesn't hold back whatsoever. We saw Eren get consumed in the last episode, which blew us all away, and like I think the level of violence this show, like from the very get-go, the level of violence this show has demonstrated has been really, really like mind-blowing, because it's a big change to My Hero Academia, where like I don't like murder was briefly touched up upon with My Hero Academia. There was only been a few cases of like we haven't actually seen someone get like we have done from Attack on Titan. So it is like the levels of darkness this show goes to is still is like really, really surreal stuff to see, because we saw sex trafficking being a potential when they were willing to sell Mikasa off after killing. We saw the kidnappers willing to sell Mikasa off after killing the parents, and it was just pretty dark. It was pretty brutal. So yeah, it's just it just amazes me how like there is that difference, isn't there? But yeah, it was a solid episode. I thought at first that the plan was for Dr. Jaeger to have Eren kill off the kidnappers. Just how he conveniently like wandered to that house. And who can refuse a little boy's charm? And they did not suspect that Eren would like they were pretty touchy at first, but then Eren said, "I got lost in the forest, and I saw this being the only abandoned cabin, or so I thought." And then they put on this front, and then so yeah. But I did like the fact that Eren's actions connected to Armin's speech at the beginning about Eren doing good for him, because we saw how difficult it was for Armin in this episode once he came to that realization, once the fear left his body, because he was just paralyzed with fear from the last moments of the last episode to the initial moments of this episode. And once that fear left him, he had a lot of remorse on his shoulders. Like he felt like a burden for allowing Eren to die, and all I can hope is that he will live long enough so he can mentally tell himself that he could redeem himself, because it was Eren's choice to sacrifice himself so Armin could live. But a character like that, like a character who is beating themselves up so much that they are the responsibility of a person's sacrifice, it's hard to sway them, so he's going to have to tell himself that he can redeem himself, and he's going to develop on that, because he realizes he's frozen in fear and he's Titan fodder. And this was foreshadowed way early back in episode 1, exposing his weakness, because Armin isn't the bravest soul out there, but because we saw Eren and Mikasa in that flashback in this episode, and we saw them in episode 1 where they rushed to his aid. So it's been very telling that when push comes to shove, Armin is a bit afraid to do something about it. But maybe after he has done mourning Eren's Eren and everyone else who, like, we can't forget everyone else, but Eren especially because of their relationship. But once he's done mourning, I'm wondering if he's going to go through the same vengeance cycle that Eren went through at the beginning, as that way of saying no more am I going to allow myself to be to be weakened, and am I going to freeze myself in fear? I need to do something, because when you look at it, Armin has gone through a lot of heartache, from bullying to losing his relative when they moved up the next wall, and there's got to be something inside Armin's head, like there was for Mikasa, to say enough's enough. You got to do something. So I'm wondering when that surge is going to hit Armin, because surely he's got to be thinking to himself, this can't go on any longer. So yeah, I loved Mikasa in this episode. Like I said, I think she's rising up there to be my favorite character for the show so far, with just how she did take care of the Titan. I think that's the first Titan we've actually seen deaded in Attack on Titan. But yeah, I just loved how bold she was to that businessman. But then again, he was a complete idiot, because he thought his goods were more worthy than the lives of the people. And he was adamant that, oh, if you help out, then this thing can go through. He's a complete idiot. Like, how? Hang on. Where is it? Like, I'm okay. It's basically like, there we go. I got the game case a bit wet with the coffee, but oh well. It's basically like that. How the hell are you this moronic to think, okay, well, we can get this through here because, yeah, you know, we're a stupid businessman who values his goods more than the lives of the people. I just got to say, I loved Mikasa, who just threatened to execute him because, hey, one life will save these people, and that's what she's about. She's going to save these people. She's not going to allow some stupid dick biscuit to prioritize his own goods rather than the lives of the people, to allow them to be Titan fodder, which was nearly the case had Mikasa not shown up. Well, there was a few others, but Mikasa got the blow, and we're not so sure if anyone else would have been able to stop that abnormal Titan. I just love the way that it just came crashing in. So yeah. But yeah, like I said, it was great to see that backstory established for Mikasa, and it was very heartbreaking to learn about what happened to her parents, because she did make mention of it in episode 4, I think it was. But we got further elaboration about not just how gruesome it was to see that slaughtering, but also how Mikasa was involved with Eren's life, and why she was living with Eren despite the fact that they weren't related, but they were family now. I gotta say, I did like the knocking on the door scene where Mikasa's parents were expecting Dr. Jaeger, because we had that knock at the door. We saw Dr. Jaeger outside, and it was really good, because when the door opened to seeing the slaughter that happened, it was a really well done cut, because it allowed the viewer to share the same shock that Dr. Jaeger went through when he first saw it with his own eyes. So I really, really did like that cut. But yeah, it was a really, really tragic case to see Mikasa in that situation. And I did find it very interesting to see how Mikasa saw that nature takes its way and the vulnerable perish, being a natural thing, which we saw with the insects, with the dad, with the duck. And she saw the kidnapper who didn't even turn an eye to Mikasa, and she had an open opportunity. And it's not just that, though, but it's that we saw. I loved that shot of that surge of energy rushing to her head. But it's going back to what I spoke with Armin. It's that case of, I can't allow this to happen again, because she froze in fear with her parents, and she couldn't let someone who wanted to save her also be a victim. It's the fact that his back was turned with what Mikasa saw with her parents, added with Eren's words, like, you fight, you win. And she's seen enough travesty to allow one more victory for these garbage people who, it was just absolutely revolting just to see like their intentions, because she was the last of her kind. Mikasa would have brought in a valuable profit for these absolutely distasteful vermin, and it was heartbreaking. Like, not just what Mikasa was going to go through, but what she already went through with her parents. So I did feel so bad for Mikasa, and it was really depressing stuff to see, especially seeing Eren there, who we've just witnessed getting devoured by that. Well, I wouldn't say devoured. It was more, well, it kind of was, basically. Let's call it as it is. Yeah, after seeing Eren die, it was also kind of heartbreaking to see Eren again, but I think it's also the fact that this was more like a memorial episode, with Armin reflecting on Eren, and then later Mikasa reflected on Eren. So yeah, I really appreciated the inclusion of Mikasa's backstory, and we got to see Eren one more time save Mikasa. So yeah, it was a really, really fantastic episode. But yeah, I will see you guys next time. Hope you guys enjoyed this reaction. You can check my videos on the right if you want to check out more of my content. You can also subscribe to my media feeds and channel if you want to. Hope you guys enjoyed this reaction. Hope you guys take care, and I will see you guys next time. Toodles!